Our area is tied to so much American history, and that includes along the rails. You probably don't realize one of the nation's earliest railroads put down tracks in Westchester, and trains still run along them today. But time has taken its toll on part of the infrastructure, and your help is needed to keep history alive. Here's NBC 10's Erin Coleman.
Joining me now is John Nagy, the Vice President of the Westchester Railroad Heritage Association. Thanks for talking with us this morning, John.
Good morning, Erin. Glad to talk with you. Thank you.
All right, so for anybody who doesn't know, what is the Westchester Railroad Heritage Association, and where do the trains go?
Well, we're a nonprofit. We started running trains on a former SEPTA line. It's actually the line that goes eventually through the new Wawa station and media and then on into the city. We started running trains in 1997. It's an all-volunteer organization, and our trains go from East Market Street in Westchester at 7 miles to the Glen Mills train station, which is what we're here to talk about today.
Preservation involves, lots of upkeep. So talk a little bit more about that Glen Mills station and all the repair work that needs to be done.
Sure. It was originally opened in 1882. It's beautiful brick building. If anybody is familiar with Frank Furness, who was a pretty well-known late 19th and early 20th century architect in the Philadelphia area, it wasn't designed by him, but it is in his style. And it really needs some repointing and some brick replacement on parts of the station. It's not the entire exterior, but there are some areas that have gotten pretty badly deteriorated, and we really need to fix that and address that so it doesn't get worse. So that's what we're looking to raise money is for those repairs.
And there's an opportunity to do that. I know you got a special event next Saturday, a big gala. So how can people get involved and what can they expect there?
Sure. It's Saturday, the 6th of June. It's 5:30 to 8:30. They can go to our website if they want to buy tickets. It's just simply wcrailroad.com. If they go to that link, they'll be able to purchase tickets for it through the website. What we're going to be doing, because the parking is very, very limited at the Glen Mills train station, we're going to be loading people on our train at Westchester and riding them down to the event at Glen Mills. It's about a 30-minute trip. It'll be about a 2-hour party at the station. We're going to have a jazz trio playing there. We're going to have a silent auction, and there'll be tours of the train station itself. And we also have Kildare's. We'll be providing food and beverage. We'll be there, as I said, about 2 hours. Then we'll load everybody back on the train and take them back to Westchester. So it should be fun, and it gives them an opportunity to ride our train and get the full experience of our railroad.
That is so cool. It sounds like an obvious answer, but why is it important to keep heritage railroads like the Westchester running?
Well, sure, yeah. I mean, it's people don't experience that like they used to. So we run, the coaches that we use are actually former Reading electrified coaches that have had all the electrical components removed from them, but they date from the early 1930s, so they're pushing up into the mid-90-year-old range. So that's kind of fun for children, particularly, to see that. And we have beautiful scenery along our line, which is really not accessible anywhere else but on the railroad. There's no road that would really be able to drive and be able to see that. And then something like the station itself is just part of our landscape in both Chester and Delaware counties. We have a lot of historic buildings and a lot of things like that really make these areas very special, and they need to be maintained rather than to let them fall into disrepair and eventually have to be torn down. So that's the important part of it, is just to maintain our historic landscape. Absolutely.
John Nagy from the Westchester Railroad Heritage Association, thank you for talking with us this morning. Good luck with the event next Saturday, too.
I appreciate that. Great, Erin. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, and have a great day.
And for all the information you need about the Westchester Railroad Heritage Association and how you can help raise money for the Glen Mills station, tap the NBC 10 app or head to our website, nbc10.com/findit on 10.